So good morning, all. It's Judith. It's a 1-hour gentle Kripalu yoga class. Happy Friday, happy spring. Did you ever think it would ever get here? Because I didn't. I realize I'm missing a few items here, so bear with me. Here we go. So as you know, the items we use for this class would be a yoga mat. You could substitute, if you don't have one, with a folded blanket, maybe, on a padded surface. I've got some padding here. This is a towel, like it's a fake little bolster that I use for my legs. And I've also got a squishy mat, which you could use cushions from the sofa or the bed, no worries. Yoga blocks, styrofoam version, wonderful props. And you can substitute that with a couple of canned goods of equal size and weight, perhaps. Here's a yoga strap. And that's easy to substitute with a scarf, a belt, a bathrobe tie, a dog leash. And optional would be hand weights. This is a set of 1 pound, nothing heavier than 2 pounds, please. And that's just if you need a little extra challenge, all right? And then last but not least, our friend, the chair. So it's got a wide base for the legs, so it's nice and stable. If you push on it, it's not going to be moving. It should be either on the yoga mat or maybe the back legs could be where the wall meets the floor or the baseboard. Make sure it's very stable. No wheels for the chair and preferably no arms. So improvise as you need, modify as you need. If whatever's being offered doesn't work for your body, you can modify. You could do another posture or you could skip it. So you can decide what works for you. Let's start with the feet about hip distance apart, and we're just going to start circling some hips just to start gently warming the body. So think about that LSD breath, the long, slow, and deep breath. You're inhaling forward, exhaling back as you squeeze the navel to spine. Maybe the torso stays neutral, but maybe you want to get it more involved. You can choose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center. Start swirling the other way, the other direction. Inhale forward, exhale back. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then corkscrewing back to center, moving up to shoulders, opening the chest, pinching the shoulder blades a bit so you can get any stress out of that upper body, the thoracic spine area. Invisible circles in the air for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go and circle in the other direction. Think about crown of head floating up to sky, 4 corners of each foot rooting into the earth for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then shake everything out. Let's take some big breaths. Inhale up, arms stretch to sky. Exhale, soft knees as you press the air down by the side of the body. Inhale up, exhale, press, lifting and pressing. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then let's just go ahead and rotate that humerus bone in the shoulder girdle, just getting some synovial fluid pumping in there. It only is generated when you move the joint, so we need to move those joints for 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs are now directly under the hips. Arms come to stillness. Hands can rest on hip crease or waist. The feet will stay flat for this. It's just tiny little squats, keeping those feet flat, connected. Exhale as you straighten. Inhale, soft knees. Exhale, straighten. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Re-straighten. Let's take the feet a little bit wider now. The toes can point outwards, maybe 10 or 20 degrees. Let's do the same move. Big squats here, knees track over toes. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 8, or as many as you can manage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay down in your squat here. Shifting the weight left, lift right heel, place it down. Shifting the weight right, lift the left heel, place it down. So you're shifting side to side, lifting those heels. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay down here. Nice and easy. Hands can rest on thighs. Now the crown of head lines up with tailbone, but now the entire torso is parallel to the earth. Migrate right shoulder over to left knee. It won't go all the way, but that's the idea. So now you're in a wide-legged standing twist. So you're looking over the left shoulder, and meanwhile the right hand presses into right thigh presses into right hand for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back through center. And now the left shoulder migrates over to the right knee. You're looking over to the right shoulder, to the wall behind. Meanwhile, left hand presses into left thigh presses into left hand for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Slowly just migrate one shoulder to the left, back to center, left shoulder to the right. And here you're squeezing those abs as you move from side to side at your own pace, your own rhythm for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly straightening the legs, floating the torso upright, rolling the shoulders. Let's heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. Very nice. Now, if you have a strap, you might want to grab a strap. If you don't have one, just grab the back of the thigh, not the knee joint, the thigh, and that will suffice. That will help if you don't have the strap. So I'm going to use the chair back for support. And I'm going to thread the strap around the ball of the left foot, evening out the ends, of course. And then one hand is on the chair. The weight will shift into the right leg. It'll be inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, put it down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, put it down. We'll do 4. 3, standing tall. 2, 1. Leg floats down, very nice. Let's go ahead and lose the strap. If you were using it, we're still going to stay on the same side. So weight goes in the right leg. Let's start with the flexed foot on the left, on your left, and we're swinging the leg. The highest it would want to go would be waist height, but you can choose what that might be. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then slowly de-escalate. Don't just abruptly stop. Shake out both legs and feet. Let's move to the other side. Again, if you don't have a strap, grab behind the back of the right thigh. So I'm going to use the strap, loop it around the ball of the right foot, even at the ends. One hand on chair back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, put it down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, put it down. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then bringing the strap away. Let's go ahead and shift the weight into the left leg. Flex the right foot. Gradually start swinging that straight right leg. Maybe it can go up to waist height, but whatever. That's your optimum. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly de-escalate. No need to rush. And then come and shake out the legs. Let's move the strap. Let's move the chair. So if you have a strap or a scarf, something to use, and if not, you're just going to have your arms up straight. So I'm folding my strap in half, and hopefully your grip with the 2 hands will be wider than your shoulders. So we're going to lift it up and exhale, bring it down in front of the thighs. Lift it up. Exhale, bring it down. Let's do 8, 7, 6. Try to break the strap. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's relift. Now we're going to tilt to the right. You're going to sweep forward, coming through onto the left and come back up to starting. Go the other way. Left to right, right to left. Squeezing those abs. For 4, 3, 2. Nice. And then floating it down. Don't rush it. Very nice. I'm going to put the strap off to the side. Let's go ahead and take the right arm and press it in front of the chest. And the left forearm will hold it in place. So the inside arm is straight. You're trying not to torque off to one side or the other. And you're breathing. Big stretch for the right shoulder girdle. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms stay the same, but the inside elbow bends. Maybe the backs of the hands meet, maybe they don't. Little tiny pumps up to the sky. Don't push this one hard, okay? For 4, 3, 2, and then unwind the arm slowly. Oh boy, shake it out. And then we're going to do with the left arm, pin it in, and then the right forearm is going to hold it in place. And you're breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inside elbow bends. Maybe the backs of the palms meet, maybe they don't. Mine is wildly different on this side. Little pumps up to the sky for 4, 3, 2, 1, unwind it slowly. Oh boy, slowly. Nice. Shake out the arms. Now we're going to do behind the body. Interlace the fingers behind the back of the body. So you're stretching the arms away. You're opening the chest. You're tucking the chin. You're not resting your hands on your bum because you're opening the chest. Big full breaths. Slide those fists over to the right hip. Big stretch for the left shoulder girdle. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Fists now rest on the left hip for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then here, we're going to take the arms back behind. The feet can be about shoulder width apart. Maybe you want to stay right here for balance. If you want more challenge, cross right foot outside of left foot, squeeze the thighs together. And now you're balancing on those two legs, those crossed legs. You're pressing the arms away. This may be plenty. If you want more, tuck the chin. Go forward into a forward fold. Going down, elevator descending. When you come to your sticking point, 3 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Float the torso up slowly, no rushing. Unwind legs, unwind arms, shake everything out. Now interlace the fingers the awkward way behind you. So it's a different thumb on top. It feels weird. It's not your go-to, folding of the hands. So you might want to keep directly underneath the hips for the feet. Maybe you want to cross left foot outside of right foot. Both feet are flat. The thighs are squeezed together, no space between the thighs. Stretch the arms away. This may be plenty. If you'd like more, tuck the chin. Going forward into a forward fold, maybe hit bottom. 3 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And again, slowly rising up. Unwind legs, unwind arms, shake everything out. Very, very nice. Maybe grab some water here. If you have weights, have some weights nearby. Again, that's optional. If you're not using weights, soft fist is fine. I'm going to use my chair. We'll do a few more things and then we'll sit in the chair. So facing the back of the chair, the feet are directly under the hips, toes point forward. I won't mirror you for this. Let's extend right foot back and the left foot stays forward. The torso is going to stay upright as you lift the back right heel. Inhale, lift, exhale, press. Lifting and pressing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Relift back right heel. Both legs bend. Inhale, bend, but the torso stays upright. Exhale, straighten legs for 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Re-straighten the legs. Back right heel goes down. Now we're going to tilt the torso forward, and we're just going to keep that back heel glued to the mat. So you're pressing forward, necessarily tilting forward, but just pressing forward with the chest. Big stretch for the right Achilles tendon. Big stretch for the right hamstrings for 4, 3, 2, 1. Go all the way down so that you're grabbing the sides of the chair seat. You're going to float that right leg up into the air to point the toe. So drop the leg and lift it. Inhale and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat it. Flex the right foot. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten for 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebend the right knee, float it out to the side. Big circles in the air on the right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Right foot meets the left. Let's microbend the knees, left and right. Slowly arise to standing. No rushing. Let's microbend the knees, left and right, just to recalibrate, loosen things up. And then we'll go back to starting position. Both feet under the hips, both toes point forward. This time, right foot stays forward, left foot comes back. Torso is going to stay upright for this part. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relift back left heel. Both knees bend. Inhale, bend, and exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten for 4, 3, 2, stay down on 1, little pumps, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, re-straighten. Now that back left heel comes down, it's going to stay down, and you're going to just press forward with the chest here as you strengthen and lengthen the Achilles tendon, the hamstrings on the left for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands can slide down to side of chair seat, float the left leg, point the toe. Hips are squared to the short end of the mat. Touch and lift for 4. Don't let the head dangle. 3, 2, 1. Refloat. Flex the left foot. Inhale, bend left knee. Exhale, stretch it away. Bending and stretching for 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebend left knee out to the side. Circle to the left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reversing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Left foot meets the right. Let's microbend the knees, left and right. Oh boy. Woohoo. Coming up slowly. Let's take the chair off to the side. And let's put the blocks, if you're using them, on the narrow end of the mat. We're going to go down onto the earth. Woo. So a series of swan dives, and then we'll segue into downward facing dog. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Come right back up. Inhale up. Exhale forward. Getting used to being upside down, lifting and pressing, lifting and pressing. Just 2 more. Lift and press, lift. You're going to stay down. Now, once more, the fingertips can be on the mat. They could be on low blocks. Here you can let the head hang. Let's microbend the knees left and right, giving a nice stretch to that low back area. Another spot that likes to collect tension and stress. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs come to stillness. Shake the head, yes. Woohoo! Shake the head, no. Maybe some Mr. Ed lips. Big full breaths. And then stepping back into your best version of downward facing dog. Bicycle pedal heels. Body's in a triangle shape. The arms are straight. Palms are flat. Fingers are spread wide. Bicycle pedal heels. Wag your dog tail. Bark if it feels good. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs come to stillness. Gently float the knees down to the mat. Big toes together, knees wide apart. Press into child pose. And this is where I slip my rolled towel behind the knees. Press the hips back towards the heels. Oh, yeah. And maybe the arms want to stretch forward on the mat. Maybe the arms want to be by the legs. Maybe if the forehead doesn't come to the mat, you could stack the palms. Rest forehead there. Stack fists, rest forehead there. Or if you're using blocks, forehead on that low block. Yum. And then once you've organized your arms and your legs, maybe little rocks east to west, side to side might feel good. Maybe a static press is plenty. Allowing that body to melt into the mat for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Halfway out of your child pose, only halfway. Top of right foot nestles into arch of left foot. Press the hips back into your child's pose. Oh boy. So that bottom left foot is being smushed. Meanwhile, the arms are going to go on the earth to the right, and we're going to press the left hip away on the diagonal. Big stretch for the left side of the body for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Coming back to center. And then coming halfway out of it, reversing the position of the feet. The top of the left foot nestles into the arch of the right foot. Then you press back into your child's pose. Arms and hands go to the left on the earth. The right hip presses away 45 degrees on the diagonal. Big stretch for the right side of the body for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's come back to center. Rising up slowly out of your child's pose into neutral table. Here you might wish to pad the knees or not. You can choose. And then neutral table is hips over knees, shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists, fingers spread wide. So you can adjust as you need. Let's do a series of cat-cow. So drop the belly, spread the sits bones wide. Exhale, arch and squeeze like a Halloween cat. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, arch and squeeze. So finding your own rhythm, your own pace, focusing your attention on the spine, all the spongy discs between the vertebra themselves. Nice flexibility, a whip-like motion in the spine. Let's just do a few more. Dropping and squeezing, dropping and squeezing. Coming back to neutral. Hands go into the upper corners of the short end of the mat as we circle the hips. Again, you're squeezing those abs. No abs on the mat. Rolling the hips. And then as soon as you have an opportunity, you're going to circle the other way. Breathing. Nice and gentle. And then coming back to stillness. Let's go ahead and I'm going to do a modified plank. You can do a full plank if that sounds appealing. Otherwise, knees, crown of head lines up with tailbone. We're strengthening the upper body, the arms for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Push back a tad. And now moving any props aside, let's go ahead and come onto the belly very mindfully. And you'll find yourself here on the mat with the belly. Oh, kissing the mat, all right? So from here, let's come into Sphinx pose. So the Elbows are directly underneath the armpits. Palms are flat, pressing into the mat. The fingers are spread wide. So this is a very mindful thing. You don't overdo this because we're pushing a baby back bend here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bow the head to the mat. Just exhale as you bow. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you bow. Inhale as you lift. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Don't jam the back of the neck. 1. And now from here, let's come down slowly. You can stack the palms, rest the forehead on the stacked palms. You might want to sway the hips here, side to side. Maybe you want to bend the knees and move the legs side to side or in opposite directions for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And now the legs go back flat. On the left, draw the left knee up towards the left armpit. See if you can keep the lower leg there on the left going straight down from the knee. So in other words, the legs aren't folded like a frog leg. They're sort of, the lower leg is coming directly down from the knee. And then you're going to place the forehead on your stacked palms. See if you can flatten the torso, the pelvis into the mat, but don't force anything. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then straightening the left leg as best you can. Draw the right knee up towards the right armpit. Stack the palms, rest the forehead on the stacked palms. The lower leg on the right side is going straight down from the knee. It's not folded in. And once you get that organized, see if you can flatten the pelvis to your mat, but you're not going to force anything. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Just straightening out that right leg, swaying the hips side to side. Maybe you want to bend the knees and sway the legs side to side or alternating like little windshield wipers. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then the legs come back to neutral. Pressing yourself up, triple slow time, very mindfully, very slowly. Let's come to sitting. Taking your time to get there, no rushing. And let's go ahead and take the legs straight today. If you have blocks and want support for your legs, you could slide 2 blocks under the knees and you'd have plenty of support that way. Otherwise, pulling flesh away from sits bones. And then straightening the legs, flexing the feet. Let's flex and point both feet. And while you're doing that, spread the toes wide as best you can. And then you can fold in some ankle circles as well. So lots of toe spreading, lots of flexing and pointing, a lot of circling. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Feet and legs come to stillness. Take the legs slightly farther apart, not too much. See if you can still sit tall. Internally rotate both feet back up to neutral. Externally rotating those feet. Internal and external for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then back to neutral. Shake out the legs. Let's go ahead and take the soles of the feet together, like the soles are kissing. And you can tuck your elbows in the soft part of the thigh. This is bound angle pose, Baddha Konasana. Rocking side to side, sitting tall as you rock side to side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And slowly come back to neutral in the center. Let's stay in Baddha Konasana. If you want to prop your thighs with blocks, that's an option. So you're not gripping in the hip creases. You're going to keep the back flat. Crown of head lines up with tailbone, and then tilt forward, forward, forward. And it could be a very small move. Do not force this, please. So it's a small move. You're trying to press forward with the chest, but you're not letting the head dangle. So the back is still flat. So once you find your optimum press forward, you're going to pause there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tilt the torso back to upright, neutral. And now for this, keeping the feet and legs just as they are, tuck the chin. Inhale, tuck the chin. Exhale, press forward. Head rakes the waves. Inhale, tuck the chin. Exhale, press it forward. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Yes. And then back to neutral. Drop shoulders away from ears. Float the crown of the head up to the sky. And then ground through those sits bones. Let's do the opposite. Exhale, leading with the chin. Inhale, tucking it up. Exhale with the chin. Inhale, bring it up. Let's do 4, 3, 2. Very nice. And then coming back to center. Let's go ahead and shake out the legs, shake them out. And then from here, let's take the blocks. They're nearby, but not in the way. And we're going to face the narrow end of the mat. Toes point forward, feet and legs hip distance apart. You can grab the backs of the thighs. You could grab the shins. And you're going to go forward with the chest. Exhale as you go back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Oh. A few more just like that. Inhale and exhale. Big squeeze with the belly. Inhale forward, exhale back. Last time. Inhale forward, exhale back. So stay here. Lift the chest, tuck the chin. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Maybe one lower leg can come up. I've got a block, but you can just use your hands together if you don't have the props. We're twisting from side to side, working on the transverse abdominals. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Block comes down, leg comes down. Put the chest again through those knees, squeeze it back a couple of times just to recalibrate. And then next time you go back, stay back. Drop the shoulders, lift the chest, tuck the chin. Other lower leg comes up. Twisting from side to side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Leg comes down, props go away. Let's put the chest one more time through the knees. Exhale and roll it down, vertebra by vertebra. Nice and easy. Oh, back of the neck is long. Draw the knees into the chest, rolling side to side, perhaps east to west. Feels yummy. Massaging the whole back body, the back of the skull. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center. Right foot comes back to earth. The right knee stays bent. With your hand or with a strap, grab the outside or the inside of the left foot. And you're going to inhale, the knee is bent. The knee is pointing out about 30 degrees. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale, bend left knee. Exhale, straighten the leg, whichever leg you're working on. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Rebend left knee, left foot comes back to earth. Recollect, realign the spine. Draw the right knee into the chest. Angle that leg out about 30 degrees. With your strap or your hand, grab the outside or the inside of the right foot. Inhale, bend right knee. Exhale, straighten the leg out to the side. Inhale, bend right knee. Exhale, straighten out to the side. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Rebend. And then draw both knees into the chest. Again, maybe a little massage side to side, maybe not. And then coming to stillness, the knees are still bent. Splay the knees apart. Hands grab ankles, shins, or shins. See if you can get the weight of the arms resting on the inside of each leg. And that's letting gravity open up the hip creases here so we don't have to make a lot of effort for this one. The feet are floating in the air, and you might want to continue with the flexing and pointing, the spreading the toes wide, the circling the ankles for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then releasing, knees come back together, maybe a little rock side to side just to seal everything in there. All that good energy. And then the feet can return to the mat. The knees are still bent. The feet are mat distance apart. Let's take the arms in T position and just windshield wiper those legs side to side, just to recalibrate. Oh, it should feel yummy. Also giving a massage to that low back area. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then back to center. Let's go ahead and draw knees into chest. Let's cross left thigh on top of right thigh. No space between the thighs. And then the knees are bent. You're grabbing the shins like bicycle handlebars. The feet are flexed. Now you're drawing the thighs into the chest with a steady pressure. This isn't a pulse. It's a steady pressure. The tailbone drops to the earth. The feet are flexed, and now both feet are also externally rotated. You should feel it in your outer left hip. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the legs, unwind, shake out the legs between sides. Right thigh crosses over the left, knees bend. You grab the shins like bicycle handlebars. Drawing the thighs into the chest with a steady pressure. Tailbone drops to the earth. Back of the neck is long, feet are flexed. Both feet are now externally rotated. You should feel it in the outer right hip. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, very nice, release, shake them out. Shake arms and legs, making sure it's all good. Recollect. And then bringing the feet back down to earth. The knees are bent. The legs are hip distance apart. If you want to use weights here, one weight, it's either no weight or one weight in each hand. Let's inhale, extend the arms up. Bend the elbows like you're encircling the barrel. Inhale, open. Exhale, close and squeeze. Inhale, open. Exhale, close and squeeze. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reopen. Don't let the upper arms land on the earth, but do little pumps now in a circular way here. Just little tiny pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reclose, and then lower the arms down. Weights can go bye-bye. And then grab a block if you have one. If not, if you don't have a block, the palms can go under the bum with the palms facing downward. If you're using a block, you're going to get your heels close to the bum. You're going to press the feet into the mat, inhaling, lifting the hips, sliding the low block underneath the sacrum. So that's down here by the bum, not up here by the kidneys, okay? And once you feel secure with your low back on that block, legs come up, nice and gentle. And let's just do both legs together. Arms could be out in T position. Inhale, drop and hover. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Exhale, drop and hover. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Now the legs kind of separate. Let's keep the feet flexed. And let's just do big walks on the ceiling, alternating legs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Legs come back up. Let's do a big wide V. Flex the feet as you open. Flexing, crossing and pointing the feet. Flexing as you open. Different leg in front as you cross. Opening and crossing. Opening and closing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to neutral, legs are still up, bend the knees. Now let's kick ourselves in the butt for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, pump the legs, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Slowly, slowly bringing that to stillness. Feet return to the mat. Press the feet into the mat as you lift the hips and slide that low block away. Very mindfully and slowly draw one thigh into the chest. Don't pop it in there. Second thigh slowly and mindfully into the chest. Maybe little tiny rocks might feel good, maybe nothing here. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then the legs can come down. Let's go ahead and take the feet mat width apart. Knees are still bent. Let's windshield wiper the knees side to side. And the next time the knees drop to the left, leave them there. Maybe you want to drop the knees onto a block or a cushion in a block. Maybe not. Maybe the face and neck want to look to the right. So left bent knees to the left. The knees are bent to the left. The head and the neck look to the right. If it bothers your neck to look to the right, skip it. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees come back up to sky. Recalibrate by windshield wipering. And the next time the knees drop to the right, leave them there. Maybe head and neck, look to the left. Same idea. If it bothers your neck to look to the left, skip it. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then coming back to center. Just a couple more windshield wipers to recalibrate. Big full breaths. And then bringing that to stillness, making any final movements you'd like to make before we move to Shavasana, corpse pose, resting pose. So traditional Shavasana is on your back, arms and legs 30 to 45 degrees. Maybe you want to roll a blanket or towel under the knees to protect your low back. Maybe you want to cover yourself with a blanket or add socks or a sweatshirt, whatever. If flat on the back doesn't work, return to feet mat width apart and then knock the knees together in the center like a tent, restorative rest pose. If flat on the back isn't working, roll onto one side, stack hips and thighs and legs in a little tidy pile here. And then you can rest your head on your upper arm or on a block. Or if you have an available wall, legs up the wall. Or sitting in a chair, feet flat. Long spine, head floating up to sky. The 4 corners of each foot rooting into the earth. And then once you've organized your arms and your legs, allowing the eyes to drop closed. Scanning the body for the effects of the practice and breathing into any residual tension that might remain. Relaxing the face and jaw, the back of the neck. And then beginning to notice that deep relaxation forming in the soles of the feet. And that softness, that relaxation moves into the feet and the ankles and the low legs. From there, that softness moves into the knees, permeating the complex structure of the knees. And from there, it moves into the thighs, allowing the legs and the feet to become very, very heavy. From there, it moves into the hips, the pelvis, the buttocks, the low back releases. And from there, it goes into the belly, the waist, the torso, enveloping ribs, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, pancreas, spleen, colon, stomach, all those vital organs marinating in deep relaxation. The softness moves into the chest now and into the shoulders, rolling down both arms, all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. It envelops the throat and the neck now. And then it envelops the head, all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases. The face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light permeates every cell in the body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And while we're resting in Shavasana, here is a poem from Mary Oliver entitled The Messenger. My work is loving the world. Here the sunflowers, there the hummingbird, equal seekers of sweetness. Here the quickening yeast, there the blue plums, here the clam deep in the speckled sand. Are my boots old? Is my coat torn? Am I no longer young and still not half perfect? Let me keep my mind on what matters, which is my work, which is mostly standing still and learning to be astonished. The phoebe, the delphinium, the sheep in the pasture, and the pasture, which is mostly rejoicing, since all ingredients are here, which is gratitude, to be given a mind and a heart and these body clothes, a mouth with which to give shouts of joy to the moth and the wren, to the sleepy dug-up clam, telling them all over and over how it is that we live forever. So just breathing, resting in your Shavasana for a few more moments of peace. You'd like to remain here in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes, arms and legs. You'll be rocking the head gently from side to side. And then as you are ready, drawing the knees into the chest if you're on the earth, giving yourself a well-deserved hug. And then rolling onto your favorite side and pausing there for just a few breaths in embryo posture. And on the next inhale, keeping the eyes closed, press yourself up into a comfortable seated posture, rooting the sits bones down into the earth, drawing the crown of the head up into the sky, scanning the body for the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day, and bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, Samasti. This beating heart. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May you know peace. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.